Hello everyone. Today we will study electrical safety rules. So let us start. First point, most important point is the do not touch electrical devices with wet hands. Never touch any electrical device with wet hands. Okay? Why? Because if you touch with wet hands, then it may increase the conductivity because water is good conductor of electricity. So always avoid. Second point is always use devices of standard quality. Okay, this is also very important. Whenever you purchase, you always see the specification properly, because if you purchase cheap quality which does not ensure safety guidelines of different agencies, then it may give problem to you in the future, because if it is of cheap quality it may explode, it may get short circuited, it may burn, it may get overheated, many problem may take place. So always use good quality electrical and electronic devices. Now third one is the joints should be tight and properly insulated. Okay, this is very important. Whenever you join any wire, okay, sometimes we join many wires, two broken wires we join. So always suppose this is AB and this is CD and here it is joint, so then this joint should be properly insulated and it should not be loose. If it is loose, then it will spark. Whenever it will move, it will spark. So many times because of loose connection accidents have happened. So be very careful. Whenever there is a joint, you always check that it is tight and it is properly insulated. If it is not insulated and by accident or unfortunately if someone touches by mistakes, he will get shock or even serious accident may take place. Next one is the wiring should be done properly and color coding of the wiring should be followed. This is also important. Wiring should be always proper. It should not be connected in a random pattern. It should be properly planned and properly it should be done. And color coding is important because if any person or any third person wants to repair your uh, um, wiring or want to uh, check something or something testing, then he may need to identify the wires, because you must have seen in your boards that there are different types of wire, different color wires. Some are red, some are green, some are blue, black, yellow. So generally red are phase, okay, and green is earth, and third is the neutral. Okay, so we will discuss it in next class in detail, so need not to worry. Next one is safety devices should be used. Safety devices are very important because whenever any fluctuation in current, if current goes up or down, then it protects our circuit. You must have seen that fuse, if current exceeds certain level, then it is melted and your circuit breaks down. In the same manner, whenever current exceeds, MCB trips. Okay, so these are the safety devices. Other safety devices are also there, but these are the major and very easily accessible safety devices, so they should not be ignored. Next, always use appropriate insulated safety materials like rubber gloves, rubber shoes. Whenever we do any maintenance work, we should always give the first priority to ourselves, about safety of ourselves. So for this purpose we should use rubber gloves and rubber shoes, because it gives our body insulation. Our body will not come in contact of current directly. Okay, so we will remain safe. If by chance, by mistake, we touch the conducting part, and at that time if current is flowing, then we may get shocked. So these gloves and rubber shoes are very important. Do not use devices beyond their rating. Whenever you purchase any device, any equipment, you see at that box there is mention of ratings. Rating means whatever is maximum or minimum limit of that device. That device cannot be operated beyond that rating. If you try to use beyond that rating, then it may malfunction. It will not work, or it may create some problem. Many times you must have seen, I can give you one example. If you use that small phone which were having keypad a few years back, if you charge these mobiles with today's mobile phone chargers, it may explode. Sometimes its battery gets damaged. Why it happens? Because that keypad mobile phone operates at very low voltage. Okay, it is almost less than 1 volt. It generally needs less than 1 volts. But nowadays, whatever mobile phone chargers are available, generally 2 volt, 3 volt, like this. So if you give them more than double, triple voltage, what will happen? It may explode. So whatever device you use, do not try to use it beyond its rating. Next, do not do any repair work without turning off main switch. Never do any repair work, whether it is very small or big. Never do any repair work without turning off main switch, because accident does not happen every day. It happens occasionally, or at very rare instance. So if you try to do repair work, always turn off main switch so that no accident takes place. Never use metallic ladder. You should not use metallic ladder, because metal is conductor of electricity, so it may allow current to pass, and your body who is on the ladder get can get shocked. So always use wooden ladder for any repair, to replace your fan, to repair street lights, or any other equipment which is at particular height. Tools used in repairing should be of standard quality. Whenever you use tools, it should be of good quality. It should be properly insulated. Like pliers, handles of pliers should be properly insulated. Otherwise, you touch the wire, you can get the shock if you have not turned off the main switch. Okay, so let's move forward. Next topic is electrical shock and its treatment. Sometimes, despite our efforts or uh, other reasons, we can get shock, electrical shock. Okay, so first we need to understand what is the cause of electrical shock. So, what most of the cases, in most of the cases, there is cause careless attitude. We think that we will not get shocked, we are immune, but electricity, if you do any carelessness, if you show any carelessness, you will be in big trouble, you can get shocked. Second, lack of knowledge. Sometimes we are not aware of that equipment properly, we do not know the behavior, still we try to repair it, we avoid safety rules. So what happens, we can get shocked. Third, whenever we touch with the wet hands, many times you must have seen, whenever we use geyser, our hands are wet and we try to switch off or switch on the switch, it is also dangerous. Next, touching metallic parts. Sometimes we touch metallic parts directly with bare hands. Next, touching broken or insulated joints. Sometimes we take it very casually and try to do it without proper tools, and accidentally we touch the opened joints and current flows through our body, which causes electrical shock. Next one is the next topic, what which we should do whenever we get electrical shock. Okay, so first observe the situation, never rush into the scene. Okay, never in this situation, never be in hurry, always observe the situation, how critical is the situation, never jump into the situation. Okay, ensure your own safety first. First observe that, can you handle this, can you not handle this, do you need help. So observation is very important. Then third one is, if victim is still in connection with electrical source, if victim is in connection with electrical source, then never try to touch him. If you try to touch him, you will also get shock and you may end up in big trouble. Try to remove the source. How will you remove the source? Use cloth, use wood, dry, not wet or green. Okay, always dry wood आप यूज कर सकते हैं. Okay, so use dry wood to remove the source from the body of the victim. Check if he is conscious or unconscious. Check whether he is conscious or unconscious. Then check type of damage, whether he is burned, whether he is not breathing, whether his heart is not functioning. If he is conscious and burned, then take him to the hospital. If he is burned, you cannot do anything. If unconscious, then check breathing, heartbeat, etc. and try to reach hospital if it is nearby. If hospital is far away and ambulance is on its way and heartbeat is stopped, then you can do CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Everyone cannot do this properly. Who is trained enough to do this, he or she only should do this. Otherwise, rather than helping the victim, it may create more problem. So always try to observe the situation and act accordingly. Okay, thank you. I hope you have got all the points very easily. Still, if you have any doubt, you can contact me. Thank you.